I'm thrilled about Miss You Like Hell, which I got to see at the Public while you were at the Public.
When I think of Miss You Like Hell, I think of a musical about a mother and daughter on a road trip across the country. And the context of that relationship absolutely plugs into some of the conversations that we're having around immigration today. But at the heart of it, it's just a mom and a daughter trying to reconnect. And it's a story of their adventure as they meet all of these people.
Talk to me about Thoughts of a Colored Man, which is getting a lot of attention. So we announced Thoughts of a Colored Man. Obviously, its director, Taye Diggs, is very well known, getting a lot of attention that he's coming to direct this piece.
Sure, and I think the playwright has beautifully captured sort of one slice of what it means to be a Black man today. And it feels like a kind of mosaic that is refracting different elements of the human spirit through one particular identity. And the fact that a theater vet like Taye Diggs would make his directing debut with this piece and here in Baltimore, that just means the world.
So honored to have it here. Even if you don't know a particular playwright or you've never heard of that play, the actual themes of some of the plays are very familiar to us. They'll be familiar. You'll be in a world you sort of understand and know in some ways. The story about the Grand Canyon.
Yes, men on boats. Who doesn't love an explorer story about the Grand Canyon? But there's always going to be a little twist. And in Men on Boats, you know, this play is telling the sort of true story of the explorer John Powell and him and his crew. But in this case, we're hearing that story told through the mouths and bodies of women. Yeah, Noah Diaz is, I cannot wait to give him his first professional production. This was another one. This was a play that as soon as I read it, I heard every single line, just crystal clear. You get into the play and then...
In the perfect world.
That's right.
Right.
And then it just all starts to unravel.
As it often does.
every holiday ever.
Exactly. It is, it's funny, but it is touching, and it's beautiful.
DONNETTA Lavinia Grays is the writer I've worked with the most in the season. And I think Donnetta's piece, Where We Stand, takes that idea of access for all one step further. She has baked it into the story. It is making the storytelling really porous and accessible in a way that
And while we're doing the production here, we will follow it often with conversation.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
One of your first ideas, I think, about this season was make sure we get the Bacchae in here somehow with Mike Donahue directing it.
So Mike and I worked on this production together a million years ago at Yale. It was an insane production that had all of this music and dance and just ridiculous, like antics, just these theatrical antics. And given that we're heading into the primary season, the presidential primary season, and given the sort of state of our democracy, there is something about going back to the ancient Greeks where you have democracy and theater happening, like being born at almost the exact same time, in the exact same location.
Right.
And that feels really exciting to do today. We're going back to a place where the audience really does take that collective adventure of the mind into whatever world the actors are inviting us into.
They're gonna have a good time.
They're gonna have a great time.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a great time. I'm gonna have a great time.
So funny.